Imagine yourself landing a career with a global leader where you don't just get a paycheck, you get an education. Today, I'm breaking down 6 excellent work from home jobs from powerhouse companies that are so committed to your success that they're paying you to learn the ropes, including one that pays up to $80,000 per year. If you want a professional role without feeling like you're being thrown into the deep end, these positions are exactly what you need. Let's get started. We've talked about Optum on the channel before, but just in case you're not familiar, they are part of United Health Group. So you'll find these jobs on the United Health Group main careers page. You'll also see here that I've already filtered these jobs by United States and working remotely. And at the time that I'm recording this video, there are 510 jobs that meet that criteria. So if for whatever reason the jobs we're talking about today aren't your cup of tea, there is so much opportunity within United Health Group. And 2 of the 6 jobs we're talking about are with other companies as well. And I don't think I mentioned that all of these companies are providing laptops and some even do an internet stipend. So let's just get right into it with our first role. It's the clinical administrative coordinator with Optum. Don't worry about Eden Prairie, Minnesota, because as you can see, this position is national remote. You can work from home from anywhere within the United States. So, as the clinical administrative coordinator, what you'll be doing is acting as the central hub of information for patient hospital stays. You'll be managing the census data, ensuring that every patient's record is accurate and routed to the right medical staff at the right time. So think of yourself kind of as an air traffic controller for patient admissions and discharges. What you'll be doing is managing notifications and validating patient cases. You'll be routing inpatient cases to clinical teams within specified time frames. You'll also be performing case corrections to ensure data integrity. They're going to offer you a week of training in this role and pay you up to $32 per hour. Now, I want to point out here that this job has a lot of moving parts. So, what you want to emphasize in your resume is your ability to maintain accuracy as well as your ability to be organized and pay keen attention to detail. They also mention Microsoft Office here, and you may think to yourself, well, everybody's familiar with Microsoft Office. Everybody has used most of those apps. Still, make sure you are mentioning it on your resume. They mentioned it, so make sure you do too. In the skills section of your resume, say that you have experience with or you are proficient with Microsoft Office. Next up with Optum, we have the Senior Customer Service Representative. Again, this is nationally remote, so you can work from home from anywhere within the United States. What you'll be doing in this role is being the problem-solving expert for healthcare providers. You'll be handling inbound calls to resolve inquiries about claims and medical records. You'll be helping to ensure that the people who are providing care have all the information that they need to get paid and keep helping patients. So, what you'll do is assist providers via phone regarding claim, reviews, and appeal statuses. You'll be researching claims platforms and medical records to determine the next steps. And you'll also be documenting all the interactions that you have. You'll be making sure you do that accurately, all while maintaining high performance standards. Optum is going to provide you with weeks of paid training. And I want to point out here that they say that you will be rewarded and recognized for your performance. You'll be given clear direction on what it takes to succeed, not only in this role, but you'll also be provided development for any other roles that you may be interested in. So clearly, they believe in training and promoting from within. They are going to pay you up to $32 per hour in this role as well. And I want to point out here that within this role, the things that you need to emphasize is again, make sure in your skills section that you've noted that you're proficient with Microsoft Office, and also They mention maintaining adherence standards of 95% or greater. So if you've ever worked in an environment where you had metrics to adhere to, maybe it was average handle time, maybe it was first call resolution, make sure you're mentioning that in your resume, and don't just say it, quantify it as well, just like they did here, 95%. Make sure that you highlight that you can navigate multiple computer applications. Make sure that you also highlight your ability to handle high volumes of calls. So, whether it's inbound, outbound, or both, mention that on your resume. And again, quantify everywhere that you possibly can. Don't just say you handled a high volume of calls. How many did you handle in each day? Next up, we have the major medical billing representative. And what you'll be doing in this role is acting as the engine behind the billing process for home infusion services. You'll be ensuring that invoices and claims are created accurately and submitted on time so that patients can continue receiving their vital treatments at home. Taking a closer look, what you'll be doing is processing claims. You'll be generating and submitting accurate medical invoices, and you'll also identify and resolve billing discrepancies or payer rejections. Again, Optum is offering paid training in this role. They will also be helping you to develop for any other roles that you may be interested in, all while paying you a full benefits package, of course, and up to $32 per hour. Now, in this role, I want to mention to you that your accuracy, your attention to detail, and your ability to be able to do work within established service level agreements is very important for this role. So make sure that you are emphasizing those things on your resume and again, quantifying wherever possible. This is our last Optum role for today. It is the patient support advocate. Now, this one does have a location requirement. You must reside within the Mountain or Pacific time zone to be eligible for this position. What you'll be doing is being an advocate for patients. You'll manage a high volume of calls to help patients navigate the complexities of claims, referrals, and finding doctors. So you can think of yourself as a professional guide who is helping people to get the care that they need. Taking a closer look, you'll be acting as a liaison between patients and medical departments. You'll assist new members in choosing a primary care physician or PCP. You'll also translate complex oral information into clear and concise written notes. So, as always, you'll be provided with paid training by Optum. In this case, it's going to be anywhere from a month up to 3 months, and they are going to pay you up to $28.80 per hour in this role. Now, for this one, again, accuracy is going to be key. Your communication skills are key, and be prepared in the interview to talk about a time where you had a frustrated customer on the line and you were able to resolve their concern as well as turn the interaction around. They've also mentioned data entry at least twice in this job description. So, again, accuracy is going to be very important when you're interviewing for this role and when you're applying for this role. Our next role is with Included Health, and I want to remind you that our $80,000 per year role is still coming up. But first, let's look at the Member Care Advocate with Included Health. Now, I don't think we've talked about them on the channel before. Included Health is a modern healthcare platform that provides a single place for members to access high quality care. That could be anything from basic checkups all the way to specialist visits. So, as I mentioned, they are looking for a member care advocate to work from anywhere within the United States from the comfort of home. What you'll be doing is acting as the first point of contact for members who are seeking help. You'll be helping them to understand their benefits, to find the right doctors, and solve any issues that they have with their healthcare journey. So you can think of yourself as the voice of the company who's there to ensure that every member feels supported. What you'll do is answer member questions regarding benefits and care navigation. You'll conduct outreach to help members get the most out of their health plans. You'll also collaborate with clinical teams to coordinate member care. Now, in this case, Included Health is offering 3 weeks of paid training for this role, and they're also offering an internet stipend to help you cover your internet expenses. Now, there's something that once you interview for this role, you'll need to clarify. It says that the salary is $21 per hour, but here it says $24 per hour. What I'm thinking is that when you start for this role, you will be a contract employee. And after 5 months, you become eligible to transition to a permanent position. So it looks like when you start out as contract, your pay is $21 per hour. And then once you transition to permanent, your pay jumps to $24 per hour. That's how the job description reads to me, but make sure that you get that clarified during the interview process. For this job, again, you're going to want to emphasize your attention to detail, your communication, your ability to navigate through multiple systems and maintain accuracy, your ability to break down what may be complex concepts and ideas in very layman's term for your customers and your patients. Also, here they have MSAT or member satisfaction. So, as with the previous role with Optum, if you have ever worked in a situation where you had to adhere to these types of metrics, make sure that you mention what those metrics were and make sure that you quantify your results within those roles. Let's get into our role that's paying up to $80,000 per year. It's with Saudi Solutions Services. And Saudi is a professional services firm that specializes in cybersecurity, in systems engineering, as well as in operational support for both government as well as commercial clients. They are looking for an operations analyst, and your job will be the operational backbone for the managed services team. You will handle all the behind the scenes financial and administrative work to keep the business running smoothly. And again, they're paying up to $80,000 per year in this role. So some of the things that you'll be doing, you'll be reconciling client agreements with user and license accounts. You will obtain quotes and order equipment or order software licenses. You'll also review and manage employee time cards and time entry procedures. You'll also be working on reconciling invoices, obtaining vendor quotes, and analyzing resource data. I want to point out to you that zero experience is required for this role. But if you don't have any experience at all, you will be required to have a bachelor's degree. That paid training is mentioned here along with their employee mentorship program. And going back to the experience requirements, take note that every single one of these listed here is actually a preference. So if you have these experiences and these skills or you exceed them, make sure that you have mentioned those on your resume. I have a feeling that using Excel, particularly the pivot tables within Excel, is going to be something that you'll become very familiar with on this job. So even though they'll teach you, if you get invited to an interview, make sure that you've already started learning to use pivot tables. I have had to work with them in a previous job. Very easy to learn, and it is a super useful tool. That wraps up our paid training laptop providing entry-level, beginner-friendly work from home jobs. I hope you got value out of this information. And if you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel, put a like on the video, and share it with other people who you know want a remote job. And don't forget to let me know if you're feeling confident about these jobs or if you still have concerns. And if you do, tell me what those concerns are because I would love to help. As always, you know, I cannot wait to do this with you again in the next video. In the meantime, YouTube is suggesting a video to you now. Go ahead and take a look, and I'll see you over there. Bye bye.